Yeah. Beep, beep, beep. It's it's my birthday. I'm 50. I didn't think I'd make it, honestly. Probably, thank God there won't be many more, you know. I was just chatting with this girl online, and I don't chat much, okay, on Facebook and occasionally. And but I said, yeah, I'm getting old. All these 25-year-old girls are always 25, or you know, and not that I mind, but I'm smart enough. It's handy to have them on Facebook. You know, you can sort of. I wonder if she got it. Anyway, the thing was, what did she say back? I said I should be put out for stud service. I can't show her username. And anyway, I said I should be put out to pasture for stud service, you know, like the horses. And she's French and Japanese. I doesn't know what stud service is, or stud, put out to stud, you know. And she wrote back and said, "What is stud? What is stud service?" And and I put in there, $300 for the works, bitch. Get it? Anyway, but that's another thing, you know. I'm probably gonna go over some birthday past, like the ghost of birthdays past. I hope there isn't too many. Get this damn thing, wind this damn thing up, you know. What was I gonna say? Mom made a nuisance of herself and brought some cake by, which, you know, whatever. Oh man, I had oh yeah. Now, this is one of those don't try this at home deals, but in the psychology of men and women, like power is like an aphrodisiac and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, I've always, well, my whole life, I've never come on to girls at all. A lot of guys, they just try to screw every girl that comes by. I just wait. If you just put yourself in an environment where there's some pretty girls and wait, a lot of them will insist, you know, you service them. But, shit, what was I, oh yeah. So what I've discovered, and it is kind of part of human psychology, it's kind of screwed up, you know, but I quit chatting on Facebook the last couple of days I had, and but all these chicks wanted hot chat, you know. I mean, it's crazy. I had to quit because there were literally, like, you know, 8 or 10 windows would pop up with women, hot women, wanting to chat, young women, you know, all ages, but mostly young girls in their 20s, you know, and on Facebook. And when you have a low voice, it's like kind of a thing. Some of them are, they admit they have a fetish for it or whatever, you know. It kind of tells them that male is a strong mate or or something. But you know, I mean, some of them it's frustrating because I mean, how many times can you know, type the same old stuff, you know, like oh baby, you know. It's like real bad pornography. It's like, oh baby, I wanna, you know, I just wanna kiss you really hard, you know, or whatever. You can fill in the blank there, you know. I kissed her hard and she didn't pull away, like one of those romance novels, you know. But what I've discovered is, this is going to sound terrible, a lot of them come on just because there's no other way to say it. They like trash talking. They like you to just unload with it both barrels. And normally I start, you know, I mean, really, it blew me away. But I mean, all these girls, it's crazy, and it's weird. But if I were better, if I were well, I'd probably do some traveling. But how can you say that? They like trash talking. I figured out the secret is it just totally. Well, all of them were telling me, oh, I'd been chatting with a lot of them innocently for months, you know, and never really thought it was a sexual thing, and really it wasn't for me. I was just la la la, how's life in Europe, or how's life in wherever, you know. Germany, Japan, who knows, you know, the United States, down the block, and just innocently chatting about stuff, and they all found me through the music, you know. But then a couple of them started saying, oh, you know, I have wild orgasms every time I talk to you. And I thought, man, how did I not even get a, you know, I can be real slow on the uptake. It's like, how did I not even get a hint of that, you know, like just saying hello, you know, back and forth stuff. But then I got it kind of down to a science. Now what you do is I start off conversations with like, what's up, loser slut? Here to see daddy, bitch, or something. It's crazy. And the next thing you know, it's power. It's about power. They want somebody to kind of get into that whole kind of domination. They're dominating them or controlling them or taking them in hand. Let daddy take you in hand, baby. I don't do it much, really, because it's, I mean, how many times can you trash howdy, loser, whore, you know, before you burn out on that, too? But it's a weird psychology. I mean, I know, you know, and if I wasn't aggressive at all, and just, oh, how's the weather, or when they did say, oh, I want to have a sexy chat, I'd be like, well, you know, and if I wasn't aggressive at all, I'd notice the whole, chatting, the window would just go dead after a minute, you know, and that's because they were bored shitless, and but I noticed, I don't know how I got into it, but it's funny, and I'm not that way. I have nothing but respect for the bitches in life. I really do. I don't ever do that, you know. I mean, try that at home. Hey, honey, what's up, bitch? Make me dinner, you know. But, yeah, so anyway, it's a whole deal, you know. I mean, it's a funny psychology, but yeah, they, as soon as you get kind of totally abusive with them to the max, you can't get rid of them. You know, they're all, but if not, they're just like, oh, you know, they'll chat for 2 or 3 lines, they lose all interest, go over to some other idiot, you know. So anyway, birthdays. I saw Mike over there, and I just don't want to deal with it, with the whole Mike deal right now. Birthdays. Oh, he's playing with a remote control car. That bastard. He's sitting out there. He's missing a leg, you know. And he's all paranoid about everything. He's still at that stage where he thinks somebody's going to, like, put the money up to put surveillance on his, like, you know, $100 a month drug operation. Whatever it is. If you run that car over here too much, buddy, I'm going to nuisance you out of here. But, so, I've always liked those signs. Birthdays. Well, you know, I don't know, I don't expect them, especially, I never really celebrated. They nuisance and annoy me, you know. And, you know, there he is over there playing with that damn car. But, I spent a bunch of birthdays in institutions, and had some great ones too, you know, stuff like I don't know, you know, working with like really famous bands and stuff and all kinds of that, you know, engineering, producing, and being in the studio and stuff like that, or making a bunch of money, or having somebody buy, like, you know, a big order with my CD, DVD manufacturing company, and I made, like, you know, $40,000 in a day or something. Stuff like that. By birthdays. So when I was 46, I'll tell you about some of them. When I was 46, I spent my birthday, May 31st. That is, all right, Mike, you're pushing it. Back her up. Up. Let me get my damn car. There you go. Yep. So when I was All right, hang on. I'll get it one more time.
What's wrong with your bike?
Huh?
What's wrong with your bike?
My bike?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm just walking, man. I'm trying to walk, you know, being a little better health. I'm gained about 10 or 20 pounds, and you know, yeah, I spent my 46th birthday in jail, and wrongly, and by the time they figured that out, that I didn't belong there, I'd been there a month, and but they had me, I had cancer in jail, was strung out on about 10 or 12 prescription drugs, and in a real bad, then the guards roughed me up, and I was in a coma, in and out of a coma on my birthday, you know, and that was when I was 46. I'm 50 now, it's 4 years ago, and they damn near killed me in jail, but I was in and out of consciousness. But I remember one of them walked by and said something, and I was stripped naked, and it's cold in there, handcuffed to a gurney, and I remember one of them walking by, and somehow he said, "Oh, look at this lump of shit's arm tag, it's his birthday," or whatever. Somehow they knew on some chart, you know, and I just was in and out of consciousness, and but I was there. Oh man, it's like Grand Central out here today.
Hi there.
Howdy. But I'll go over to the workman's shed. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that sucked. Freezing cold, totally naked, handcuffed to a gurney in the middle of Los Angeles County Jail. They're not nice people, you know. All they're doing is making cop killers, really, the way they treat you in there. I swore. I mean, let's put it this way, I would be much more likely to do something crazy to avoid going to jail again. You know, they really, you know, you want to try not to do anything that would get you in jail, but they really go over and out of their way to make it a humiliating, degrading, you know, horrible experience that's I didn't see anywhere in the Bill of Rights where it said they can take your freedom and your dignity. He's got a nice little ashtray here, but that's what they do. That's what jail has become. The psychology of people is crazy. So there's that. So I'm not handcuffed to a gurney, hand and leg cuffed. Then I had cancer at the time, was strung out, could barely, I really was not, I was like walking unconscious the whole time I was in there. I was so bad off. I had emergency cancer surgery right when I got out, you know, and I was bleeding out, and so that sucked. When I was like probably 38, I had a tape of it that got lost. This girl I was with, hot German girl, you know, nice girl, she decided she couldn't, I'd only been sick a couple of years then, and she just decided she couldn't take that. She left me on my birthday. Damn depressologue. And I made a video that day. Then when I was like 25, this is a gnarly story, I got shipped. I'd just gone to Los Angeles, and I got shipped down to South Central, real rough, black part of town, you know, and it's just, you know, me and this other old guard who'd been doing it all his life. I took a security job, and so me and this other old guard at sunrise would meet on the bus, you know, to get bussed all the way down where it just, you don't, white guys just don't belong. I mean, you know, I'm cool with racists and all, but it's a black neighborhood, so We were the only two white guys down there at Cigna, Vermont. And probably kids playing god dang video games. But so anyway, I'd meet John, and he'd always say, I'd go, man, aren't you nervous about going down here? You know, I mean, we were the only white guys around, and in guard uniforms, you know, and even being armed, it was kind of sketchy. So old John, he was funny, man. He was probably 60 something then. He retired shortly after, but he said he'd always go, nope, it's gonna go one way or the other. We'll either get shot or we won't. No need to worry on it, son. You know. And here we'd get off this bus, and city bus, and guard this hospital, and kind of do security. But on my birthday, I think I was 25. So on this day, I was at the front door, and a guy come running up. He looked like a black version of my dad. Okay, and it was like a clinic, you know, Cigna healthcare, not a hospital. He came running up carrying a body, like in his arms, and it turned out it was his son, and they had been playing Russian roulette in the car, and the kid had shot himself through the head, you know, and was unconscious. And so then he got him in, and everybody was trying to work on him, and it became my job. He wouldn't let go of his son, and the paramedics wanted to work on him. This guy was getting, you know, violent about it. Imagine that. He just wanted to be with his son when he died, you know. So, but it became my job to wrestle this guy off of to wrestle the father, keep him off the son so the paramedics could work on him. And that went on and on for, like, you know, 45 minutes. I finally had to tackle this guy down. I didn't cuff him, but I got him in a restraining hold and held him down for a long time. And it was just terrible, because I thought, this isn't right, you know. He wants to just be with the son when he dies. And my friend Robert Anderson, he was a blackguard that showed up down there, kind of like a translator for us at times. He would always go, he'd walk up to you. He was a preacher, black guy, young kid. He'd always walk up to you, wanted to be a preacher. I think he already was. He'd always walk up to you and stomp his foot and go, "May the Lord richly bless." No, the foot stomp comes there. "Your life." Every damn day he'd do that. I love that. It's crazy, you know. He'd come up, "May the Lord richly bless your life." One of those too happy guys, you know, way too happy. So that was that. But yeah, I seen that guy. It was my job to keep him away from his son. The kid, when you get shot anywhere, it starts swelling right away. His head was all swollen up from the shot. I could see he wasn't going to make it, you know. And he didn't make it. But so I saw that guy. They don't allow Walmart in Los Angeles. They just won't, you know, because they destroy so much jobs and stuff. But I saw that guy at Kmart, the father, a good 15 years later, and he was shopping. And I said, "Hey, how's it going, man?" I go, "I remember you and your son, you know. That's just too bad of a deal, you know." He looked weathered by that time, and he didn't say anything. I said, "Man, I didn't know what to do, you know. That was my job. They were trying to help him, everything, you know." He didn't say anything at all. He just walked up. He walked up to me and hugged me, and then walked away, you know. And I thought, well, that's weird. I mean, it is what it is, you know. So, jail, Berger leaving, the guy getting killed. Spent a bunch of them in different birthdays and different rehabs and psych facilities. These guys are dicks over here. But I left my cup up at the Walmart, my good cup, you know. And yesterday, it's been kind of nice because one of the reasons I was chatting on Facebook is finally Jordan's her two best friends wrote me back, and they were obviously really hurting over it, because I have been, you know. there's enough shit in the universe I can't make sense out of. That's one of those deals that a young person dying for no reason is one of the hardest things, you know. And it's that, and I'm kind of, like I say, I wish she'd have shared her math with me on how she derived at that decision. But it was just been sad. But yeah. And all of her friends are like super beautiful young girls. Lucky I'm old enough to kind of admire that from a distance, a safe distance, you know. I don't know how I've done it, but for an average, somebody told me, man, for an average looking guy, you get all the hottest women, and I really did my whole life, you know. Mainly if you just sit back and wait. Oh, you bastard lizard. If you just sit back and wait, they'll come around, you know. It's kind of the psychology too. I wonder what the hell these young girls are looking for, some kind of, you know, something. It's genetic, you know, but I mean, when you're a rancher, you keep 3 or 4 old bulls, you know, bulls in a herd of cattle. You gotta vaccinate, brand, and castrate all the other ones because you don't want them inbreeding. But you'll keep 3 or 4 old bulls in a herd, you know, and for breeding purposes. And you'll see. One day I was looking at both sides of a hill, and there were a bunch of heifers on one side and a couple of bulls on the other, and those heifers ran all the way up the hill to get bred, you know. They ran as soon as they got wind of those bulls or heard them. Several of them ran up the hill, you know, and then when they got to the top, they just started walking real nonchalant, like they didn't give a damn, you know. So that's I think that the statement there, or the idea foisted, is that women are every bit as into this damn mating ritual as men are. It's just they sort of pretend like they go about it in a classier way sometimes, but not on the internet. So yeah, it blows me away. I should just keep some copy and pasted text, just, you know, like call it my bitch insults file and just start off there. I'm not, I'm not, I thought they were all nice girls, you know. That turns out no. I can be real slow, but anyway, I'm 50 fucking years old. Won't last. I hope it don't last. A lot of pain lately. Hadn't been able to work. For the first time in a long time, I guess the thing I've probably picked up and learned is in life is that things don't get any better, but what you do is you get better at handling them. What happens is you learn to not be, you know, make a big deal out of all this regular stuff, you know. Southwest Airlines looks like I don't have my glasses. Let me get a vector. Victor, I've got a vector. You know, now that just reminds me of work. I used to sit and look at airplanes or jets flying over on the ranch, and I'd think, oh man, they're all going some exciting, wonderful place. You know, I wish I was going there now. I'd win a lot of exciting, wonderful places. Now I see jets, and I think, oh man, I got to pack everything up, show up in Singapore or some such deal, and do this, or it's like, oh man, and get in another damn hotel room. Yeah, I think really what happens in life is, for me anyway, is, you know, it never got any better. I mean, I guess I really couldn't say it. No, it doesn't get any better or easier, but what happens is I think you get better at handling what does happen and not making a big deal out of everything. I'm trying to be real, and I'm not doing abusive chat. If you don't, they don't want to chat. They want to get They want you to really be the guy, you know. But I'm not doing that with her friends. I'm just trying to support Jordan's friends. There's like two of them that are really hurting over her and don't understand it at all. They're in their 20s, and they're all like, I don't know quite where they work, but they seem to be like hot waitresses, scantily clad waitresses. And I don't need any of that action. I had one more kind of wicked deal on my birthday. It's my birthday, damn. Didn't think I'd make 50. Technically, I haven't yet. My mom's one of those people. And you were born at 11:30 p.m. and I went to the, you know, I was like, Mom, thank you. I haven't been feeling good at all. So, had to replace the damn sewer line yesterday. $40 at Walmart. Well, it was a hell of a Vienna. In the immortal words of Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around sometime, you might miss it. Hell of a deal. It's been a hell of a deal.